Today, we see more and more workers working behind a desk and in front of a computer than we ever had before. Whether that's remote work or actually going to an office, or you're traveling where you're in a car or an airplane, in most cases working at a laptop at that point as well. No wonder that the neck injuries and the low back injuries are at an all-time high when people are sitting so much and working in front of a computer. Today, I'm going to teach you the 4 exercises that you need in your toolbox to stop those neck and shoulder pains and low back pains, and sometimes even knee pain, so that you can focus on getting your job done and not how to stop your pain. Welcome back to the Muscle Repair Shop. My name is Butch Phelps, and today we're going to dive into the 4 stretching exercises you need to reduce your neck and shoulder pain and low back pain. But first, let's talk about why you have that problem. Well, to begin with, most people working behind a desk is going to actually tighten their low back in a seated position. Now, I know some of you have, like I do, a stand-up desk. But in a stand-up desk, if you watch most people as they fatigue out, as they stand, they tend to push their pelvis forward, tightening the muscles in the hamstrings or the back of their thighs. Whether you're sitting down or you're standing up, pushing your pelvis forward, you're going to wind up with a stiff low back either way. Now, on the neck and shoulders, if you watch most people when they work, and I know I've done it myself, and I'm sure you may do the same thing, when you're sitting in front of a computer screen, the longer you're sitting in front of this screen, the more the head tends to go forward. We have a keyboard that we're working on the keyboard. Notice how my shoulders are rounding in. But as my shoulders are rounding in, the front of my neck is shortening as well. The point is that even though the muscles here are tightening, the muscles here are tightening, this will not hurt. This will hurt back here. And for most practitioners, when you go there, this is where they work. And in fact, for most people, when I hurt back here, I'm putting heating pads and ice packs and so forth back there. I'm using gadgets to try to work these muscles out, not realizing that the reason these muscles are tight are because these muscles have tightened on the front side, forcing the shoulders to round in. Well, today, I'm going to show you 4 exercises that you can do that will stop that in your tracks. Number 1, the easiest thing to do in the world, how to get the front of your neck to loosen up so that when you sit in your chair, your head is on top of your shoulders the way it belongs. This is simple. I would say do this about every hour of your day. It takes you probably a minute out of your time. And all you want to do is take the palm of your hands and just allow that weight of your head to rest on the palm of your hand. You want to feel the weight of your head. Now, we're not going to use our neck muscles, but we're going to use the arms muscles themselves and literally lift the head up. And what you want is to feel the neck muscles here releasing as you breathe out. Now, you're not going to push hard, okay? Because I know for most of you, you think, well, if this feels good, if I really crank it up, it's going to feel better. And trust me when I tell you that, when you really crank it up, the brain's going to assume someone is attacking you, which they are, it's you, and it's going to contract these muscles and may put you into a spasm. So when you lift your head up, breathe out, and allow this to just relax and release. You'll do that 10 times, hold it for no more than 5 seconds at a time, and what you will find is that this will start to release, and as you're working, your head can come back the way it's supposed to. Now, the other part of that is in the chest. So let's go over to the door and do the chest stretch. Here we are back at the door. Now, the outside chest muscles, you have 2 major muscles here, but it's the outside chest muscle here is what causes the shoulders to round in. So what we want to do is to stretch or release the tension in those muscles. This is easy to do. Go to any doorway in your office or in your house or even in the airports or wherever you are, take the elbow, put in next to the door, put the hand behind your head. Now before you do it, I'm going to say to you, what you probably will try to do next is to push your body forward. So let me warn you, if you push your body forward, you're going to feel pain on the back side of your shoulder, so don't do that. We're not forcing anything here. But as we do that, we're going to rotate our body to the left using just our feet. And as you use the feet coming around, you start to allow the body here to rotate. If I try to twist my body to make that happen without using my feet, again, I'm going to get a pain back here. So I'm going to use my feet, rotate my body around, breathe out as I'm stretching the muscle out here for 5 seconds. Repeat it 10 times. And the reason for the 10 times is we are teaching our brain that we didn't die from doing this. The whole idea that we're going to crank around here and force this to open up is strength training. Your legs will be strong, but your chest will not release because the brain will contract it. So relax. Put your hand behind your head, use your feet, breathe out, rotate your body, feel this open up, hold it for 5 seconds, repeat it 10 times. And when you were done with that, now I'm going to show you how to stretch out the front of your hips from sitting all day. Okay, so now from sitting a while, I know you can't see my head, but I want you to look more down here more than at my face at this point. But come down on one knee. If it hurts your knee, put a little pillow, a blanket, or rug underneath your knee. Get next to a bed or next to your desk. And what we're stretching out is the front of the hip here. The key here is to keep the torso straight. And as you reach out in a lunge type of a position, you want to feel the stretch here. When you get as far out as you can go, your knee should be directly over your ankle on this leg. Once you realize that this is as far as you can go, put that foot there, keep it there, okay? Now, when you come forward, breathe out and allow this tension here to release. Hold it for the 5 seconds and then repeat it 10 times. Once you're done, let this foot stay where it is, but take this foot here, this leg here, bring it in about 2 inches. Now we're into the second of the hip flexors, and you rotate forward again, stretching that second muscle out. Again, breathe out as you go forward, hold it for 5 seconds, repeat it 10 times. A third set, keep this foot where it is, bring this knee in, another 2 inches again. And now come forward again for the third hip flexor. And you start to free this right back up. 5-second hold, breathe out as you stretch, 10 times. Got it? Good. Okay, number 4, the tennis ball massage. Take a regular tennis ball, and no, it doesn't have to be a hard ball. I don't need a ball with knobbly knobs on it. It doesn't have to vibrate, it doesn't have to sing to me or anything like that. All I need is just a cheap little tennis ball, put it in a sock, and we're going to work on the upper shoulders and into the hips. The sock, if you happen to drop the ball, will just allow it not to roll away from you so you don't have to chase it all day. But more importantly, the sock then becomes a handle so that as I throw it over my shoulder, I'm just going to lean against the wall. So before some of you guys who get a little crazy here, we're not pressing so hard that you're going to put a hole in your wall. Please don't do that. Press only hard enough with the ball to find places on your back that are sore. You're going to work across the shoulder blade, in between the shoulder blades, up and down in the middle part of your back there. You're not going to roll on it. We're not like Dancing with the Stars here. You're only going to move the ball around from place to place, but give yourself a second or two to see as you press in a little bit, is that spot sore? If it's not sore, then you're good. Move to another spot. If it is sore, stay there, maintain the pressure, breathe out, and allow the muscles to relax. And once they relax, the pain will stop, move to another spot. Now you can do the same thing on your hips. All you have to do is move the ball down to the hips. You can lean against it here, any wall in your office. Shoot, I've done these things in airports. I've had people that want to know what I was doing and wound up taking my tennis ball and working on it themselves. But you can do it on any wall, anywhere. And the thing is You place this between your hip and the wall. You're looking for those sore spots. When you find one, and all the ball is doing is identifying what spots are sore. Give it a moment. Give your brain time to catch up with you to see if that spot is sore. And if it is, breathe out and allow it to just let go. You can turn sideways. If you're active walking a lot, the muscles on the side of your hip here will get tight. Turn sideways. Work your way up and down as you're checking spot to spot. Give yourself some time. Relax. Breathe out. Let it go. That's all you have to do. And as you do that, the hips will become softer. I make a living on buns of steel and hard bodies. The thing is that we're 70% water. Our bodies are not supposed to be hard. They're supposed to be soft so that the body can function and work the way it's supposed to. The key to this is understanding that the muscles themselves are far more emotional than they are physical. And we've been trained so much that our muscles are physical, but think about it for a second, how your body changes from when you're happy and chilled out with your friends and family, and when you get royally pissed off with somebody and you're ready to fight. Notice how the body changes. You did nothing physically, you just changed your emotional state. What these exercises will do, if you give yourself time, breathe out like I'm telling you, relax those muscles, what you're going to find is your body will soften and most of the pain you deal with every day will disappear. If you like what you've heard on this video, please subscribe down below, ring the bell, also share with your friends. Please leave me all the comments that you want. I'll be happy to reply back to you. And for now, see ya.